Over 1,000 ships and planes have disappeared here without a single trace. No wreckage, no bodies, no distress signals, just silence. Scientists have studied it for decades. Governments have classified files about it, and yet nobody has a definitive answer. Tonight, we go inside the most dangerous stretch of ocean on planet Earth. This is the Bermuda Triangle, and what you are about to hear will make you think twice before ever crossing it. The Bermuda Triangle is a region in the North Atlantic Ocean, forming a rough triangle between 3 points: Miami in Florida, the island of Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. It covers approximately 500,000 square miles of open ocean. On a map, it looks completely ordinary. But since the early 1900s, this patch of water has swallowed entire fleets, confused experienced pilots, and baffled the world's greatest scientists. The U.S. Navy does not officially recognize it. The aviation industry quietly warns pilots about it, and insurance companies charge higher premiums for ships that pass through it. So what is really going on here? Let us talk about real disappearances. Because this is not folklore. These are documented cases. December 5th, 1945. 5 U.S. Navy bombers took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida on a routine training exercise. The weather was clear. The pilots were experienced. But 90 minutes into the flight, the lead pilot, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, radioed back something deeply disturbing. He said, "We are entering white water. Nothing seems right. We do not know where we are." All 5 aircraft vanished, 14 men gone. And when a rescue plane was sent to find them, that plane disappeared too. To this day, not a single piece of wreckage has ever been recovered. March 1918. A 542-foot U.S. Navy cargo ship carrying 309 crew members departed Barbados. The weather was fine. The ship was in perfect condition. The captain sent no distress signal. It simply never arrived at its destination. No wreckage, no bodies, no explanation. It remains the single largest loss of life in U.S. Navy history outside of combat. December 1948, a commercial passenger plane carrying 32 people was approaching Miami Airport. The pilot radioed the control tower saying they were 50 miles out and requesting landing instructions. The tower responded. The pilot never replied again. The plane vanished completely. No crash site was ever found. 3 cases, hundreds of lives, 0 answers. So what is actually happening here? Scientists have discovered massive craters on the ocean floor beneath the Bermuda Triangle. These craters are caused by huge bubbles of methane gas erupting from the seabed. When a giant methane bubble rises to the surface, it can instantly cause ships to sink in seconds with no warning. If the gas reaches the air, it can stall aircraft engines mid-flight. The Bermuda Triangle also sits at a point where 3 major ocean currents collide. This creates conditions for what scientists call rogue waves. Sudden walls of water reaching up to 100 feet high that appear from nowhere and disappear just as quickly. A rogue wave can swallow a ship whole in under 60 seconds. No time to send a distress signal. No survivors. The Bermuda Triangle is also one of only 2 places on Earth where true north and magnetic north align perfectly. This means compasses behave unpredictably here. Pilots and sailors who relied entirely on magnetic compasses found themselves completely lost in the middle of the ocean with no way to find direction. And then there is the theory that changes everything. In 2019, a team of scientists scanning the ocean floor discovered perfectly geometric structures buried deep beneath the triangle. Not natural rock formations, perfectly symmetrical shapes that should not exist. Some researchers believe these are remnants of an ancient lost civilization whose technology still interferes with modern electronics and navigation systems to this day. The structures are real, they were documented, and nobody has fully explained them. Here is what we know for certain. Hundreds of vessels have disappeared. The U.S. government has classified documents related to this region that have never been released to the public. And every single official investigation has ended with the same conclusion. Unknown causes. Maybe it is methane. Maybe it is rogue waves. Maybe it is something buried so deep beneath that ocean that we do not yet have the technology to find it. Or maybe some things are simply not meant to be understood. The Bermuda Triangle is still there right now. Ships are crossing it tonight. Planes are flying over it as you watch this. And somewhere beneath that dark water, the wreckage of 1,000 vessels sits in silence, keeping its secrets forever. So tell me, which theory do you believe? The methane explosions, the rogue waves, or something far more ancient and unexplained? Drop your answer in the comments right now. And if this gave you chills, hit that subscribe button because next week we are going somewhere even darker.